What's up, guys? Wholesale Sharks is live from the Dispo Shark studio. My name is Annette, and I'm the relationship manager here. Today, we have another amazing guest in the studio, Tyson Smith. How's it going?
Hello, Annette. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you again, too. Thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate you making the time to come out here, and we're going to talk a little bit about what you do. You're an investor. Are you an agent?
I'm not an agent. Okay,
I actually wasn't sure, and I wanted to ask you because I didn't know if you were. But you're an investor, and we work together. We've done deals. I know you have pretty big following on Instagram, so you have some influence. Let's hear a little bit about what you do.
So I primarily wholesale. We have been doing a lot of wholesales this year too, and been finding success with that. But no, I did when I was 18 years old. I got my real estate license.
Okay, so you were.
Oh, I tried that. I did. And it did not go well for me.
Really?
Oh, I hated it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it was the summer. It was like between my freshman and sophomore year of college, I got my real estate license, and I basically just hit the phones and was cold calling, making like 200 or 300 calls a day trying to find listings.
Oh my gosh.
But I had no idea what I was doing. Like,
kind of like winging it.
Oh yeah. I would love to go back and be able to like hear some of my old calls, because I was probably just saying like the dumbest stuff. But because of that, it didn't really work out for me. And I was like, oh, well, that's not for me.
Yeah.
But I got introduced to wholesaling later on after I graduated college, and I fell in love. And
so how did you, and first off, I didn't mention your company name, so if you wanted to share that.
It is We Buy Homes Cash.
Awesome. And so how did you initially get introduced to the wholesale? Because it's completely different than traditional. We both know that. Did somebody inspire you? Did you see something that sparked your interest?
Well, so I was incredibly fortunate. Well, I mean, it started off as misfortune, but then it worked out for me.
Yeah.
So when I graduated from college, I was supposed to come work at a real estate investment firm in Phoenix, a really big student housing investment firm.
Okay, cool.
And I had interned there the summer before, and I was super stoked on the job. But I graduated in 2020, right when COVID hit. And
oh my gosh, so just recent then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So I graduated, and they pulled my offer. They're like, hey, everything is going crazy right now. We don't really have a spot for you anymore.
They blame it on COVID.
Well, hey, look, I get it. But luckily, my dad had just gotten into wholesaling.
Okay.
And so maybe for a year, he had done a few deals, and he was like, look, I found this thing, and it is the truth. You need to come and try it out. I think you'll be really good at it.
Yeah.
And my first instinct was like, no way, dude, I'm not getting on the phones again. I've tried that being a realtor, and that was awful.
Yeah.
But I didn't really have another option.
Okay.
So teamed up with my dad, and basically he already had some good systems set up. He had some VAs who were making cold calls, and we had a CRM and everything like that. And I just started getting after it, and I realized from the standpoint, I think it was just a mental thing. Yeah. Where instead of hey, I'm going to help you list your home, I was like, I'm going to buy your home. It just kind of was a shift, and I loved it. And I basically just became obsessed. All I wanted to do was, perfect my craft, get better at sales. And I got my first deal 2 months in.
Congrats.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was either a $20,000 or $30,000 assignment.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was in Ajo, Arizona. And after that, I was obviously hooked.
Well, it's because right then and there, it's proof of concept, right? And you had an initial bad experience with real estate, with the traditional side. So it turned you off almost. And then now this whole wholesale idea, 20 to 30 grand is life-changing money for the average person, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing was, when I graduated college, if you would have given me a job offer to make $100,000 a year, I would have been over the moon.
Well, yeah, but just like anybody.
Right. But that's the thing about wholesaling. I think the best thing is that it opened up my eyes completely about how much money there is out there, and how all you have to do is get yourself in between when a large sum of money is changing hands. Yeah. And just get a little sliver of the pie, and it can really work out for you.
That's incredible. So 2 months into the whole wholesale game, and you're partnering up with your dad. Are you doing this from home? What was kind of the systems that you had in place to make this deal happen?
Well, so no, we were in this tiny office. It was in a really bad part of Chandler. And it was this tiny room, smaller than where we're sitting right now.
No freaking way.
I was on working on literally those white fold up beer pong tables.
Oh, I love it.
With just my laptop on it. And so we had, like I said, we had Podio set up, and we had leads coming in, and I was just calling, making offers.
Yeah.
And basically my dad would help me at first. He would just tell me, he's like, hey, you can offer that much for that house. He'd give me the MAO, and then, you know, make it work.
That's awesome. I mean, so that's such an incredible story, right? Because it's you and your dad, and you're like starting off in this little table thing going on. You've obviously grown since then. So where are you guys at now? I know you said you had an office.
Yeah. So we were at that office, and then after we started getting some traction, you know, we're consistently doing a few deals a month.
Yeah.
We moved to a different office. It was slightly bigger. It was like 1,300 square feet. And we started hiring other people, and then it just continued to grow, and we had to hire more people. So we got a bigger office where we are currently.
Nice.
So now, you know, we're consistently doing like at least 6 figures in assignments a month. And
that's incredible.
Yeah, it's just, it's crazy how much, because the thing is, the first, I mean, even after I did that deal, there would still be times when I would get in my head and I'd be like, there's not enough of these deals out there. Like, this isn't sustainable.
Like you almost got lucky, maybe.
Right. Yeah. Like that. But despite that feeling, each and every single day I came in, I made the calls.
Yeah.
And because of that, like, now we've grown so much, and it's like, wow, just having that faith and like believing, you know, just despite what my brain was saying, just still, you know, forcing my, you know, to go in and do the things I needed to do every day.
Yeah.
You know, it really will work out for you.
Right. Well, it's like getting rid of those mental blocks and allowing yourself to really see the potential in it all. So that's incredible. And I think that story is really cool. I wanted to ask, because we both know that wholesale isn't peaches and cream. Deals aren't usually that easy, right? You get one and then you're able to sell it right away. What are some challenges that like you've had with some deals that you could talk about a little bit about, either recently or before, maybe you could think of?
Oh, we've had,
like complete shit shows.
Yeah, I'll talk about, so when we first moved into this new office where we're at right now, or actually it was the second office we moved into, I started talking to this guy. He was in like Northern California, and he was from a Google PPC lead. Yeah. And he came into our system, and basically he was wanting to sell his house for like, it was like $120,000 less than what our MAO was. Wow. And I was like unreal stoked. Like, it would have been, you know, by far the biggest deal we'd ever done.
The golden egg.
Right. And so we get everything going, and I send the contract out to him, and he's like on the phone with me, but he was like so frustrated with having to like fill out the contract on his phone using his email, and he just couldn't figure it out. And he eventually got so mad, and he just like started cussing and hung up the phone. And then I could not reach him again. Like, I would calling him every single day, like 3 times a day, could not reach him.
Did you go to his house?
Well, no, it's in Northern California. Oh, I did think about it though.
Like, just fly out there?
Yeah, I was literally going to fly out there and door knock him. But no, I was sending him like gift baskets, all kinds of stuff, trying to reach him.
Yeah.
6 months later, we hired this kid on as a lead manager, and I just had a task for him to follow up with him every single day. Yeah. And then randomly he picks up the phone. And I was like, okay, transfer that over to me right now. Like, I need to talk to him. So I get on the phone with him. I'm like, hey man, I'm so sorry. What happened last time? I was like, let's make this work. And he was like, yeah, I got a new phone. Well, I can figure it out this time.
Oh my gosh.
So I send over the agreement. We're going through it, and the same thing happens.
Like, he's just not able to figure it out.
No. And like, look, I've walked so many people through like how to do it on DocuSign. Yeah. And so I feel like I was giving really good like directions and being super patient with him. We were on the phone for 45 minutes, and same thing happens. Freaks out, hangs up the phone, and then I cannot hear from him again. 6 more months go by.
Are you serious?
6 more months go by, the same thing. Calling him, we found his family members, we were reaching out to them. And then finally, I was actually at Ryan Zolan's office. Oh, cool. When he ended up picking up with one of my people, and I said, okay, this time we're sending a notary over there. Like, we're getting a person to bring him a piece of paper and a pen and get it signed.
Like old school, yeah.
Right. And then it ended up working out. We bought the house. It was for a little bit more than what we initially did. And then it was in a really small town, and we couldn't wholesale it, so we just took it down and listed on the market, and then ended up doing really well on the deal. Nice. But that is one of 3 deals I can think of that we ended up making over 6 figures on. Amazing. There were over a year of follow-up. Yeah, like it took that long to really make it work. But like, you could have easily just let it go, right? After the first 6 months, like, okay, it's a dead deal. Mm-hmm. So what made you continue to pursue it? Well, here's the lesson in this, is that every single lead that enters in my system, they are all gold.
Right.
Now they are not all gold right now, but they could always become gold.
Yeah.
So the thing is whenever I'm like dialing on the phones, I'm just trying to go for no, like as soon as possible. Yeah. I only want to talk to the most motivated person who wants to talk to me.
Yeah.
But you do not want to basically dead your leads just because somebody isn't interested, they're asking too much. You just need to, you know, slowly keep following up with them over time, and you'll never know what it could turn into. Right.
Well, we always say here too, it's like the deal, there's always a buyer for the deal. Like you just have to find them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's crazy, man. I would be so stressed out. And like we both know like how stressful it is to do follow-ups and stuff. I can't imagine a whole year of it. That's insane.
Yeah, it was a thing. Like he was like on our hot sheet, and it was just like, well, we got to call him every single day.
Yeah.
How it's got to go. We set up like automated drip campaigns where he's getting texts like 3 times a day.
Oh my, just blowing him up.
Oh, look, I believe in over following up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they like, I don't know, I've never lost a deal because of it.
Right.
If anything, people are like, dude, like you're on it.
Like you're persistent.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's a good trait, right? It shows them that you're like persistent, you're considerate, and like you really want to make it happen. So I think that's cool. I wanted to ask Tyson, because you are so involved in the business, what does a day-to-day look like for you? Like, are you in the office 15 hours a day? Like, do you prioritize?
Absolutely not.
Let's hear it.
So, like, that's the best part of owning the business, is that I'm not like, there's not somebody telling me when I need to be in there all the time. Right. Now, I am in the office every single day from 9 to 6.
Okay, nice.
But I'm there because I want to be there.
Right.
And, you know, I enjoy it. It's like part of what I do. But I'm not the guy who's like, I need to work, you know, 80 hours a week every single week. Yeah. It's not what I'm doing this for. You know, I enjoy work, but I also enjoy other parts of my life.
Yeah.
So, you know, I get to the office. We just brought on my best friend, who is our new operations manager. And so he's been running these excellent morning meetings. So we all take part in that. You know, we discuss like our wins. We talk about our goals for the day. We talk about like who are people we need to stay on top of. You know, what are our deals doing? You know, what's in escrow right now? What needs to be done about that? And then after that, so right now, recently, is what I've been doing is like doing a lot of lives on TikTok of cold calling. And so it's mostly to like teach other people, like basically how I do it, and for them to see somebody who has had, you know, I've got over 2 years of experience of cold calling under my belt, and I'm very confident with how I do it. And so I want to show other people that. So I've been spending some time doing that. And then I also spend a lot of time comping deals for my team. Yeah. You know, they talk to a motivated person, they send it over to me, I give them a price. And then also working on the business. So looking at our current systems, which is like a nightmare. Yeah. But, you know, trying to make everything more efficient, work better, and really just provide resources to our team to go out and get success themselves.
And that's incredible. I think that's awesome that you put so much like heart into the business. How are you balancing like your personal life? Like taking some time to yourself, or like, you know, maybe hanging out with friends or family? Like, do you have that balance? Is something you're working on?
Oh, no, absolutely have that balance.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like, I mean, that's the thing. So I get off work at 6, and then after that I go to the gym, and then I have plenty of time to hang out with my girlfriend and my dog.
Oh, I love that.
And, you know, I see my friends every single weekend.
I think that's awesome because, well, that's not the case for a lot of entrepreneurs, right? Like they really put too much of their time, or maybe not too much, but they think that they need to put so much of their time into the business that they lack in like personal life or like self-development, stuff like that. So I always like to ask everybody that comes into the studio, it's like, how are you managing, or what are you doing to balance it?
Yeah. Well, here's my thing. Like if you do something so much to where it's like affecting other parts of your life, then I really don't think that you're optimizing yourself for like the amount you should be doing it.
Right.
Like I think there's such thing as overdoing it, and you need to give your time away from everything to when you can really think about things and, you know, come up with different ideas.
Yeah, and like have experiences too, like live your life. Yeah, essentially, right?
Like what is all this we're doing for? Like to make this money if you're not gonna like, you know, spend time doing things you want to do.
Right. That's awesome. So what are some goals that you have this year for your company, for your personal life? Anything you got planned for you and your girlfriend? Anything going on this year?
So for our company, what we're really trying to do is just scale higher. Nice. You know, we want to, it's putting a lot of time into our, you know, our current salespeople. Yeah. Because they are like so incredible. And they really want it, and they're just great people to have. Like our culture is so good in the office, and I just want to constantly reinvest into them and make them to be the best they can be. So that's like number one. Yeah. Besides that, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I definitely like have some like fitness goals. Like I'm really trying to get more shredded right now.
I love it. Yeah, shred season. I told myself too, I was like, done bulking. We got to shred. Like I took it too serious, but that's really cool. That's awesome.
So yeah, we're just getting everything dialed in and again, you know, enjoying life and making some things happen. Also, it's my parents, both of their 50th this year.
Oh my gosh, that's huge.
So we definitely want to plan something great for them and, you know, knock it out of the park.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, are you originally from Arizona?
Yeah, I grew up in Chandler.
Okay, cool. And then your office now and kind of where you primarily are is in?
Yeah, so I live in Old Town and then we work in Phoenix.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Super cool. Another thing I wanted to ask, so you and I have done business together, right? We've done 2 deals. How did you initially kind of hear about like Wholesale Sharks, Dispo Sharks?
You guys are everywhere. I mean, yeah, I was saying this before you came in. You can't go to an event without seeing you guys, and you also all look so nice, and you're in like the awesome like Wholesale Sharks gear.
I appreciate that.
And when we walked in, Annette showed me the barbershop they have in here, and I was like, that's why they all have such good haircuts, like all the time.
We're always like slick looking fresh.
Yep.
Yeah, heck yeah, that's cool. I appreciate it though. Yeah, it's awesome to always connect with new people and being able to do business and stuff. I know like the deals that we've had, they've been kind of smooth sailing, which is awesome. It's not usually like that. So
yeah,
again, it's great to connect with people that are really doing business in the industry and genuine and like just really cool.
Well, I think that's one of the best parts about this industry is the people you do meet, and everybody seems like they're so collaborative. You know, it's like who's looking for deals, who's selling them, and you know, people are so willing to help others. Like, you know, if they know somebody who's looking for that kind of deal and you have one, they're going to connect you.
Right. No, most definitely. So I wanted to give you this opportunity to say any last closing remarks. So we have a lot of viewers, like on our Facebook Live specifically and on our Instagram that are brand new, barely getting into wholesale, or, you know, they just heard the concept and stuff. So you, having the experience that you have, what advice would you give to them that are just starting, maybe even reach out to you? Okay,
well, yeah, definitely reach out to me. Like, I love helping other people learn this.
Yeah. But do you have like education?
No. I mean, the thing is I do just on my social media, like on my TikTok and Instagram, especially my TikTok. Like if you ever want to know like a question of how I do something, send me a comment or comment on one of my posts and I will answer it.
Well, where can they find you on TikTok?
Oh, so it's Tyson Smith, REI, or on Instagram, Tyson_Smith.
Nice.
But the biggest thing I would say to somebody who's just now starting out, I think is to time block, you know, the available time you have for this. So I think that you need to spend, like at the beginning, 60% of your time taking action. And that's actually doing like the activities that you need to do. So things like knocking on doors, talking with sellers, you know, calling them, you know, generating leads like that.
So like really being all in.
Right. Like just taking action, and then spend your 40% of the time you have available learning, being on YouTube, listening to podcasts, things like that. But I think the biggest thing is to do those in tandem. You need to be taking action and learning. Because if you spend all your time learning and, you know, just watching YouTube videos but
not taking action.
Yeah, you can't get any deals on YouTube, like, unless you're making videos. But you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So in your situation, you had your dad, right? That kind of introduced you to this whole thing. For somebody that might be doing it alone, what suggestions would you have?
Oh, well, I would 100% recommend that one, if you can afford to, you know, get a mentor or something like that. Or if you can't, find somebody who is like living the life that you want.
Okay.
And figure out how you can add value to them, whether that's ask them like, hey, can I come work for you? Or I'll work for free. I just want to see what it is, like how you do what you do, learn as much and try and help you also, you know, like bring some value to them.
Right.
So like Templeton Walker says, you know, attach yourself to a bigger boat.
I know. I love that verse. And I always say it myself because I'm like, it's so true though. Because like I noticed like here specifically in Arizona, like all the meets I go to, everybody is so willing to help and like share knowledge. You just have to ask.
100%. Just be present. And exactly, you have to open up your mouth and ask the question.
Right.
Like it's like, you know, quiet mouths don't get fed.
Exactly.
Put yourself out there.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I appreciate your time and everything that you had to share. Once again, if you want to let our viewers know where they could find you, hit you up and follow you on social media.
Okay, yeah, again, if anybody has any questions, send me a DM on Instagram at Tyson_Smith or leave a comment on any of my videos at Tyson Smith REI on TikTok.
Excellent. Awesome, Tyson. Well, I appreciate again you being here in the Dispo Shark studio. Guys, we put on these videos and podcasts to educate the community and share some knowledge. So tune in for the next one on Thursday. Thanks.